Fear not, for behold, I bring you good tidings of great joy, which shall be to all people. For unto you was born this day in the city of David a Savior, which is Christ the Lord. Many of you will recall that these are words that we hear each and every year on Christmas Eve as part of that wonderful gospel reading from St. Luke. These are the words spoken by the Archangel Gabriel to some very frightened and confused shepherds, very ordinary people suddenly caught up in something far larger than they were, something they couldn't even begin to understand. But right now, these words may seem out of place for lots of different reasons. The most obvious reason is the fact that it's not Christmas. In fact, with so much happening these days, this past Christmas seems like a long-distant memory. It feels as if we've lived through 3 months since just last week, let alone last December. So these words may seem out of place because it's the wrong time of year. But I suspect that these words also seem out of place because right now we're struggling to find any good tidings of great joy. We're facing a very different world than the one that we figured we'd always be able to rely on. There's lots of concern about where this is all going, about what our physical and economic and mental and social health will look like when we come out of this on the other side, as we most surely will do with God's help. But today is March 25th, the day precisely 9 months before Christmas, the day on which the Church remembers the visit of the Archangel Gabriel to a young woman named Mary to tell her the scarcely believable news that God was calling her to be the mother of the long-expected, long-prayed-for Messiah. The Church's annual commemoration of the Annunciation, that is, the announcement of God's great plan of salvation through the birth and life and death and resurrection of His Son, hopefully reassures us that God comes to us when we least expect it. That moments of doubt or confusion or fear are not signs that God is gone, but that God is ready and willing to come to us, to carry all of our struggles with us. And knowing that God has both the power and the will to face all our fears with us and conquer them for us, hopefully gives us the courage to carry on. Just as that kind of faith once gave a young girl on a small town on the edge of the mighty and powerful Roman Empire the power to say yes to God's call, in spite of the risk of shame or dishonor or even harm that she might face. We're seeing something of that kind of courage in our medical community as they enter every day into battle against a virtually invisible enemy, putting themselves at risk to save the lives of others. God is calling us, as the Church, to be beacons of light and hope and patience to our friends and family and neighbors, to refuse to give in to negativity or fear. Fear not, for behold, I bring you good tidings of great joy. Fear not, the angel said to Mary. Fear not, the angel told the shepherds. Fear not, the angel tells us, even now, for God is with us.